performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Minä koitin suorittaa joka taloa, vaikka kukaan vaan.
Yep, dude, I'm on my way. Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I am Digby, and today we are back in my summer car. Oh, okay, there's the van. Anyway, yeah, today we are back in my summer car, and as you can see, it is now Monday. So the plan at the end of last episode was that I was going to take and try and figure out exactly what the problem was with the brakes on the Satsuma, since that was the only thing that had failed the inspection. And I am delighted to report that I did manage to figure it out. It was in fact 2 loose bolts on the back, and I don't know if they were just like not tight enough so that they got undone when I reloaded a save, or if I'm just an incompetent idiot and I completely missed them when I was assembling the car. I mean, place your bets on which one of those two is the most likely. But yeah, we have a brake problem solved now, I believe. I refilled the brake fluid, and it has stayed in the car so far, and it does seem to now have braking. I did also remember to grab the triangle off the back of the tractor and chuck that in the trunk, so yeah, we should be good to actually get inspected today. Now, the other part of the plan was that I was going to actually grind my way through the weekend and try and make a few bucks, which, as you will notice, we have done. Basically, what I decided to do was, well, I think I said I was going to chop wood, but I did like 20 or 30 logs. I got incredibly bored with it, and I decided to go try and finish up a few more of the septic jobs instead. So yeah, I pretty much went over by Fleetaries and I did the 2 septic jobs over there, which means that the truck is now almost, but not quite full. In fact, if I'm calculating correctly, we should have the capacity to do 1 more job. Now, the final part of the plan was that I was going to attempt to get the drunk guy to call, because once we get done giving him 5 rides home, we should get access to the infinite briefcase. And yes, this is the 5th call. Of course, there are actually a couple of downsides to the infinite money briefcase, in that, 1, we have to actually find it on the map, because it's going to be hidden in some random location, and 2, once we do start taking money out of it, the dude's going to try and kill us. Now, I used to actually have a very effective plan for dealing with the attempted murder part, but that was also back in the old days before you could end up in jail. Yeah, I don't know when they added it into the game, but it is actually now a thing that if you accidentally murder a civilian, or I guess deliberately murder one for that matter, but yeah, anyway, if you end up killing a civilian, you will get taken to jail and you will have to spend basically 10 days in there in real game time with absolutely nothing to do, which I don't think is actually going to be that big of a deal. I mean, for infinite money, it's probably a small price to pay. Plus, it is a thing I will end up doing off camera, so you guys won't have to watch it. But yeah, it is also definitely a thing that I do want to plan for, just in case. So, if all goes well today, we are going to pick this guy up, we're going to find out about the briefcase, then we're going to go home, we're going to grab a little sleep, we're going to go get the car inspected, and then on the way back from that, I have decided that I am going to drop it off at Fleetaries, because I am actually really curious to find out exactly what he thinks perfect tuning is. But yeah, we're going to drop the car off at Fleetaries, we're going to head back to town, and then on Tuesday, we're going to take the septic truck into town. We are going to suck out at least one of the 2 remaining septic tanks that we have left, and then we're going to go over to the transfer station, and we're going to see if we can figure out how to empty it properly. So yeah, we actually have a really long to-do list with lots and lots of things to do on it. And here's to hoping that they all work out. You are welcome, my friend. Please, for the love of God, will you start telling me the lottery story? Ah, here we go.
Minä on kuule helvetin rikas mies. Miljonääri. Vastaapa ei kukaan tiedä. Minä on rikas mies. Akka oli tehnyt loto. Ei ollut kotona arvonna iltana, kun kahtoo sitä arvota ja huomasin, että perkele, sillähän on lapussa 7 oikein. En tiedä. Jotenkin sumeni päässä ja minähän otin sitä. Akka luulen tietenkin, että ne on hukkaisen lappu. Minä otin ja menin ja kävin kuvittamassa itselleni sen pois sillä lapulla. Voitko kuvitella 5 miljoonaa markkaa, saatana? 5 miljoonaa markkaa. Mä nokkaa 1000 markkaa setellä ja laitoin matkalaa kun mä piilotin, että se akka vaan Kiinassa tiellä. Tähän mä oikein käytän mitään rahoja. Kaaka säti ihme. Ja jos minä niisin kertomaan, että minulla tuosta rahat, niin sehän otti sinne ja lähti sorasti. Mä ajattelin muuta kuin juoputella niinku ennenkin, ettei se epäis akka mitään. Minä on varmaan Suomen rikkaat työtä juo perkele. Mäpä hakkaan annakkaan ota ja lähden joku rantanruottalaisen tomaattiparva.
And that is the story of the infinite briefcase. His wife actually had to win a lottery ticket, he stole it, cashed in the money, and now he's not telling anybody about it because he wants to keep his wife with him, even though she is absolutely 100% desperately miserable. So yeah, when it comes to actually stealing the money from him, and anything that happens afterwards, you really don't have to feel that bad. Okay, well, now there's another thing to put on the to-do list for the next couple of days. Yeah, the hardest part of the friggin' briefcase is going to be trying to figure out exactly where we hid it. I mean, I do know a lot of the spots that it used to spawn in, but I don't know if any of them have changed, and it is, of course, completely random every time you get the story. So we are definitely going to have to do a little bit of hunting, I suspect. On the other hand, while I don't, specifically remember all of the spots, I do know for a fact that wherever it's hidden, it is going to be on the edges of the map, and it is going to be reasonably close to the road. Oh, plus I do actually remember what the case looks like. So yeah, we should, hopefully, be able to find it without too much trouble.
Tästä talo. Tähän näin jätän minun. Kiitoksia vaan. Tuossa sulle vähän taksimiehen palkkaa. Kiitos ja näkemin.
Yeah, thank you for the tip. Both of them. Okay, hopefully this will time out perfectly and we can take a nap really quick, wake up somewhere in the neighborhood of 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, limp this bad boy into town, and get it stickered. I mean, technically it's a license plate we're going to get on it if I'm remembering correctly, but yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, hell to the yeah. Yeah, yawn. Trust me, dude, you are going to be very, very happy today. Perfect, it is only 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now, I think, before we do this, yeah, really quick, let's check all the fluid levels. Just make sure everything's good to go. I do not want to have to do this like 1,000 times. Okay, so, oil level. Oil is good. Okay, radiator. Radiator is a bit low. You know what? That is fine. I have got antifreeze kicking around here somewhere. Alright, there we go. Radiator is full. And apparently the jug is not empty. So you know what? You can come with me just in case. No, I want to... Thank you. I want to check that in the back seat. Okay, antifreeze is fine. Now, brake and clutch fluid. Honestly. Yeah, just open that one. Clutch is fine. Okay, not going to worry about you. Brakes, and you have been the problem child. Okay, brake fluid's a little bit low. Brake fluid's a little bit low. You know what? I'm going to top that off as well. Still got a little bit of brake fluid left in there. Actually, considering I filled this not that long ago and it hasn't technically driven anywhere, how about we grab another one of those? We will bring that with us. And then, yeah, I think the other thing that I want to bring is the tools. Because if we do end up flunking, there's pretty good odds whatever's wrong with it is something that we will be able to fix right there in the yard. Okay, that's not a very good start. Try that again. Game? What was that? Do I actually have like a loose radiator hose or something? I actually have no idea. I mean, it just happened and then it stopped happening, and as a rule, car problems don't do that. The temperature gauge is fine. I'm reasonably certain I did close the radiator cap, didn't I? Alright, well, if it happens again, we're going to have to either pull over and look at it, or we can try and just, like, limp into town and figure it out once we get to the inspection station. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of, like, reluctant to stop moving forwards now that we're actually moving. Because, yeah, it's not exactly running great, but it is running. Alright, well, here's to hoping that was one of those turn the radio up and ignore it and it'll go away problems. Did it again, but immediately stopped doing it again. What in the hell is up with you, car? You know what? Apparently that's more annoying than critical, because nothing's making any weird noises, the temperature gauge is perfectly fine. I'm thinking loose radiator hose, maybe? I hope so, because that's a really easy fix. Oh no, now what the hell is that? Car, what is that noise? Actually, that one sounds like a loose fan belt. Note to self, apparently now we've got 3 or 4 different things we need to check. Okay, well, car, let's get you up on the lift, and then we'll see if we can figure out what's wrong with you. I just need you to go park right about there. Okay, so, yeah, turn that off, please. Gotta be the fan belt. Alright, well, here's the thought, Digby. One problem at a time. Let's get ourselves out of the car. Let's pop the hood. Let's start checking stuff. So, radiator hoses. I mean, they look like they're tight. Could be the water pump maybe that's getting ready to blow. Yeah, the screws all actually look pretty good. Fan belt also looks fine. I don't know if it's meant to be that wiggly or not, but it definitely looks fine. Well, here's a thought. How about we get the inspector guy to actually run an inspection? I think it was, what, like 400 bucks? And then if there is something wrong, maybe he can find it and tell us what the hell it is. If, he says.
Ritelin autokatsastus, hyvää huomenta.
Yeah, please do your thing.
Oot sä melkoinen seppä, jos sitä kukaan äänestää.
Alright, dude, what'd you think? Oh, and don't forget to talk to me about baby chickens and eggs and stuff. There it is.
Ei se voi näin.
Holy crap, it passed?
Ei mikään katsastus pääty näin onnellisesti.
So did you not find anything wrong with it? Like, what's making all the really loud noises and why is it throwing antifreeze at me? Okay, no, apparently that was good enough. You know what? I'm thinking we're going to shut the hell up, take the plates, and go. Okay, I'm not seeing anything leaking coolant. Fan belt looks like it's fine. But the one commonality between both of those things is the water pump. So I'm starting to think maybe, just maybe, the water pump's about to go. Now, sadly, that is neither a part that I can fix nor replace, which means I'm going to have to bite the bullet. And we're going to have to take this thing to Fleetari. Or not. Okay, are you going to blow the starter and the water pump both? No, apparently the starter is going to function on occasion. Okay, there's absolutely no way in hell we make this. Okay, never mind. I forgot to disengage the emergency brake, and whatever was wrong with it is apparently just popped. So, how about we get back out again? Let's find out what it was. Yeah, it was the fan belt. Alright, you know what? That's fine. We just bought a spare. Okay, yeah, those are all tight. I had a feeling they were. Why are you still squealing at me? No. Okay, maybe we aren't going to be driving this to Fleetari's. Okay, change of plan. Let's stick the old thumb out and hope. Oh, well, there's a shock. Ah, dude, thank God you showed up. Please stop, please stop, please stop. Thank you. Yeah, could you, give me a ride home? And for preference, don't kill me. I want to go home. Yeah, if you've never ridden with this dude, strap in, because it's a little bit hairy. dude. In the words of Tommy Chong.
Right here it'd be fine, man.
Wow, I actually did that one pretty bloody close. Okay, we get out of passenger mode, we get out of your flipping car. Thank you very much for the ride. I do appreciate it, my friend. However, if there is any kind of godness happen at all, I will never have to do that again. Now, unfortunately, I am also going to have to walk the rest of the way home, because if we start sprinting, pretty good odds we're going to start dying. Yeah, with a fatigue bar that low, I'd just as soon take the extra time. Why are you going down to my house? You don't drive on this road. Dude. Great, now I'm gonna end up getting run over in my own friggin' driveway. Alright, well, on the upside, we did manage to get the car inspected somehow, some way, and we also did manage to survive a ride with a drunk driver. On the downside, however, those were the only upsides. So yeah, I don't know how much it's going to cost us to get the car fixed at Flea Tires, but I can imagine it's probably going to be most of what we got left. Now, I was actually debating taking the van into town and towing the Satsuma with that, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the septic truck to town to tow it, because we can do at least one of the septic jobs in town while we're there, and that will give us at least another $1,200 to invest in the car. But yeah, looks like next episode is going to be all about the money, honey, and we're either going to have to work for it, or we're going to have to see if we can just find that briefcase and steal it. Gee, I wonder which one of those two options is the one we're going to go for. And on that suspenseful note, hang on, dude, are you out in my dooryard? Oh my god, seriously? That's where you ended up? Would you like a push? I'm kind of half tempted not to, because I know I'm probably going to end up getting killed if I do. But, end of the day, dude did do us a solid. Let's at least try and help.
Apa muuta?
Okay, you're free. You know what? I think that might be the perfect note to end this episode on.